Blake Hinson, who a lot of Lakers fans were not happy, was the one who got cut off of a two-way contract after the Lakers decided to add Christian Koloko. Now he has joined the Golden State Warriors. Now it is an Exhibit 10 deal for Hinson, so that means that earmarks Hinson to go to the Warriors G League side, but nonetheless, Blake Hinson, fantastic shooter. I know that was the quality that attracted so many Lakers fans, knowing that this team always needs shooting when you're surrounding LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He gets scooped up by the Golden State Warriors. Essentially for the Lakers, it came down to Armel Traore or Blake Hinson. One of those guys was going to have to get cut in order to bring in Christian Koloko. I think the gamble on Koloko is a wise one, given the Lakers center situation right now. They're extremely thin there, especially with the injury to Christian Wood. It makes sense to bring in Christian Koloko. I'm not saying this is the wrong move, but I think a lot of fans kind of fell in love with Blake Hinson during Summer League with the way that he played there, the shooting display that we saw, especially early on in Summer League. And so there was frustration that the Lakers chose to let him go. Nonetheless, I know they are high on Armel Traore. They believe that he is going to be somebody who's worth watching, somebody who's worth developing, and they decided that Blake Hinson was the guy they were going to move on from in order to bring in Koloko. Again, I think Koloko's got, between Traore, Hinson, and Koloko, I think Koloko has the highest upside, and he should. The other two guys went undrafted. Christian Koloko, a couple years ago, was the 33rd pick in the draft. He was a very, not a second-round pick, a very early second-round pick, which matters. He was close to being a first-round pick, and at one point, he was considered to be maybe the future of the defense of the Toronto Raptors, that he was going to be the rim protector of the future for them. So there's upside here with Christian Koloko if he hits. So I understand the reason why, the rationale behind this decision, but nonetheless, doesn't feel great to see the guy that Lakers fans were not super thrilled to see walk away in Blake Hinson, to see him land with the Golden State Warriors. Certainly not what Lakers fans were hoping for, but good for Blake. Again, he was on the show several times, was happy to have him on, always had some great things to say, and we wish him the very best up there with the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully, he's able to find success there, individual success, anyway, with the Golden State Warriors. Team success, no thanks, but individual success for Blake, of course.
All right, Lakers Nation, let's talk about something that's been keeping me up at night. What if the Lakers just made a massive mistake? We're talking about a guy who can hit threes like a sniper, has size, and could have been the missing piece next to LeBron and AD. That guy? Blake Hinson. And guess where he's headed? The Golden State Warriors. Yeah, the team we've been battling for years. But here's the kicker, Hinson isn't just another waived player. He could have been everything we've been searching for. So, did the Lakers just give a future star to their biggest rival? Laker fans, I feel your frustration. We've been down this road before, watching key pieces leave and turn into stars elsewhere. We're still trying to find our stride post-bubble championship, and the revolving door of role players has left us all feeling uneasy. Blake Hinson, though, that one hits different. He was the kind of shooter that makes you stop and think, wait, why didn't we keep this guy? I mean, how many times have we said LeBron needs shooters? It's the formula that worked in Miami, in Cleveland, and even in LA during our last championship run. But let's talk about what Hinson brings to the table. This guy shot over 42% from three-point range in college. That's elite-level shooting. And he's not just a catch-and-shoot guy. Hinson has shown flashes of being able to create his own shot, move without the ball, and crucially, thrive in a system that demands high IQ play. For a team like the Lakers, who have struggled to find consistent shooters to space the floor for LeBron and AD, Hinson could have been the solution. You're talking about a 6'8" guy with the size to shoot over defenders and the strength to hold his ground. So, why did the Lakers let him walk? That's the question we're all asking. Yes, he's 24, turning 25, which some people might say is older for a developing player. But let's be real, that's still prime time to grow in today's NBA. The Lakers' focus, however, seems to be on finding a center to help Anthony Davis stay at his preferred position at power forward. We've seen that movie before, and while it makes sense on paper, the reality is this: the Lakers win when they have shooters surrounding their stars, period. Imagine this: LeBron driving to the basket, drawing defenders in like he always does, but instead of kicking out to a streaky shooter, he dishes it out to Blake Hinson, who's standing there, deadly accurate from beyond the arc. That's what could have been. With Hinson on the floor, LeBron and AD would have had had the space they need to dominate inside. Hinson's gravity as a shooter would have made opposing defenses think twice about collapsing in the paint. Now, here's where it gets even more frustrating. Hinson isn't just going to any team. He's going to the Golden State Warriors, a team that has built their dynasty on perimeter shooting. If there's one place Hinson could thrive, it's in Steve Kerr's system. Kerr knows how to maximize shooters, using constant motion, screens, and off-ball actions to create open looks. And for a guy like Hinson, who thrives when he doesn't have to create everything off the dribble, that's the perfect fit. Think about this. Hinson could slot in as a stretch four for the Warriors, providing spacing for guys like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. He might not be as versatile defensively, but when you're playing alongside high IQ defenders and playmakers, you don't have to be. His role will be simple: space the floor and knock down shots. And guess what? He's more than capable of doing that. In fact, in a system that values shooting as much as the Warriors do, Hinson could have a breakout season. As a Lakers fan, this stings. This isn't just about losing a player. It's about losing a player to a rival that will know exactly how to use him. Every three he hits in a Warriors uniform is going to feel like a dagger, and if he blossoms into a key rotation piece for them, we're going to be sitting here wondering, why didn't we give him more of a shot? It's the kind of move that makes you think about the bigger picture. Could Hinson have been the difference between a first-round exit and a deep playoff run for the Lakers? Maybe. We'll never know. We've seen this shooter problem before, haven't we? Malik Beasley was supposed to be the guy, but he couldn't find his groove when it mattered most. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope? We let him walk, and now he's a key piece for the Denver Nuggets. Danny Green? Same story. The Lakers keep cycling through shooters, hoping to find the right one to complement their stars, and yet here we are, watching another one slip through our fingers. So where does that leave the Lakers? Without Hinson, we're back to square one in terms of finding reliable shooting. Sure, we have D'Angelo Russell, who can be a volume shooter, but he's not the kind of pure shooter Hinson is. Hinson is a specialist, a guy who could have come off the bench and given us instant offense from beyond the arc. Now we're left wondering who's going to step up and fill that role. Will it be one of the new additions, or will we continue to struggle with inconsistent shooting? But here's the real kicker. What if Hinson thrives with the Warriors? What if he becomes the next role player who finds his footing in the perfect system and goes on to hit clutch threes in the playoffs? It's not hard to imagine, especially given the Warriors' track record of developing shooters. And every time that happens, Lakers fans are going to feel that pang of regret. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the Lakers made a mistake by waiving Blake Hinson? Could he have been the answer to our shooting struggles? Or do you think the Warriors are going to turn him into another piece of their championship puzzle?
Said that I felt like the Blake Hinson wave was the wrong move. Yesterday, the Golden State Warriors signed him. He had options, and he chose the division rivals Golden State Warriors. And I was telling Lakers Land, I feel like that was a personal decision that he made, opting to go against or to sign with a division rival, being able to stick it to the Lakers, possibly, up to four times a season. With the Golden State Warriors lost in Klay Thompson, they getting it right back in this kid. He's not as good defensively as Klay Thompson was at a point, but like I said, I feel like he's an underrated ball handler. He's an underrated playmaker. He's a sniper. Those are the attributes that the Lakers needed, along with the rim protection. The whole thing with the Christian Koloko move. So y'all pick up a guy who might not even play and get rid of a guy that you need? I'm lost.
Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is a conversation we need to have. And as always, if you're enjoying this deep dive into all things Lakers, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more to talk about.